Hello guys, today we're going to figure out how to get that Andy Timmons sound. Not the lead tone or anything, just Here Lies the Heart. That song that made Dan cry from that Petal Show. I know I'm late to the game, but for me that sound is it's like it's not so clean, but it's still you can hear everything in every note in it. So let's start what he used in that sound and what we will try to achieve with the GP5. First of all, like he has a special delay called the Halo delay. Sorry for pronouncing it wrong. The Halo delay, and it has like a delay in a delay. Like it's I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a tape echo. If you mix two tape echoes together, like delays go to each other in a loop. It's like it sounds like it's out of tune, but it's not out of tune in a way. We can get closer to it by using the GP5, but I would love it if we can just like have two delays in the same preset, but we can't do that in the GP5. We can only have delay and reverb or modulation. You can't have like two modulations or two delays or two reverbs. I wish they just would change that, but I don't know, I think it programs like that. So we will see. We will try to get it as close as you can, because if you pay closer attention to his delay, it sounds like it has a modulation in it. I have his pedal here, I will show you. Oh, this is his signature delay. It's called the Halo. It's a dual echo, so you can see there is a level and a rhythm and depth. Like you can switch depth with the clicking on this, but it has a rate. Like it's like there is a modulation in it, but it's not a modulation. I don't understand. And this is actually signed by him. All his band. I met him. In last May, and he was here. I wish we can. I wish I can describe the tone he had, and I don't know how to describe it. Like, it was a big guitar tone in a way. Like it's huge. I don't know how he does it, but it does work. So this is his signature delay, and this has a lot of delays in the same time, which makes it the halo. It's called the sound of the halo. Like the notes are like playing with each other in a way, and then they go out of tune a little bit. It's not easy to achieve this with the GP5 because I think you need more processor, like a better processor for the sound. Anyway, I will make a video to explain to you about this delay later. For now, let's go to the okay. So the GP5, I will record my screen. Today I'm using this FGN guitar, which has a you can see it in the other camera. It has a humbucker single. He uses different. He used his signature pickup, a humbucker, but he used like the mini humbuckers in the neck pickup and the middle pickup, and it sounds like a single coil, but it's not a single. There is no hum in it. So I tried to achieve this by, like, I did a little bit of noise gate. I removed it. He uses Carl Martin, the compressor, and he hit the front end like really hard with the, like, that's why you can see the sustain. We push the volume a little bit harder. The sustain adds smooth, like a smooth sustain without smashing the dynamic. And the attack, it's like the pick. Let you hear the pick attack in your sound in a way. For the volume, we just to boost the signal slightly, to drive the amp gently. That's why we push the volume here. For the clipping, it's like a balanced compressor. Like we balanced it. Like you can see it in the. If you have a compressor, it's called the blend. That's the clip. For the, we didn't use any overdrive or anything. Amp, we used the L Star, which is a, and the actual amp is a Mesa Boogie Long Star. He uses a lot of all the time. I've seen him forever using that. If he didn't use the long star, he would use a two rock amp, like last time when I saw him live. He was using the long star, and there's something like in the sound check he uses the long star, but somehow something happened. I think it broke or something, and then he used the tone two rock amp. So for the amp, we used gain, like less gain, so we can have more headroom in a way. So it will not the amp will not be overdriven. It will be slightly overdriven, but not that much. For the present, they just add high ends, spark, the charity of the clarity. Sorry, the charity, clarity of the sound. For the volume, just set overall output volume, the volume here. The bass, we made it not a lot of bass, just warm without the mud. Like if you put too much bass, it will be muddy, and the clean tone is always like that sparkling clean that you like in a, what they say, like a Marshall Plexi has a perfect clean, because it doesn't have any mud in it. That's why, like everyone who wants a clean tone, he always goes with the Plexi tone, the clean tone. For me personally, I like the Marshall Plexi's clean tone. For the mids, it just Andy Timmons, he always have a lot of mids in his tone. It's like a singer in a way. That's like always forward, always a lot of mids. For the brightness, for the treble, we didn't put a lot just to avoid that harshness, like brightness but without harshness, as they say. For the cab, we used the long star 1x12 just to keep the low ends a little bit tighter. We can use the 2x12, but actually in his actual gear he uses a wet drive stereo rig, which the signal goes like wet drive, I think, or wet dry, sorry. So the signal from the pedals, that the overdrive, any overdrive, any univibe, that goes straight to the input of the amp, and all the like reverb, delay, chorus, any modulation and space effects, they are in the effects loop in the other amp. So one amp is like, he uses two amps, but one is always into the other, which means there is only one preamp, but he uses the other amp as a power amp. If you really wanna go deep in this about his tone and about his setup, you can actually check the That Pedal show, and they are talking more about wet, dry, dry, wet, and stuff. So for the okay, for the I'm talking too much today. I'm so excited about doing this tone. So for the EQ, we didn't put a lot, just a little bit, just to make it more fancy. For the chorus, we used a little bit of chorus, like just a little bit, just a vintage stereo chorus, like just to add the 3D weight. But that's the thing I told you about his signature pedal. It has a modulation in it, but that's what we did when we used the chorus in it. So for the see, we didn't push it a lot, just the tone, a little bit of the rate, and a little bit of depth. The delay is the most important part. So we used analog because it's warm, and repeats are like set behind your playing in a way. Like when you play, the repeats are not clear, like you can't hear them a lot. You hear them behind underneath the chords you're playing. I don't know how to explain. You will understand it more when I play the tone. For the mix, we didn't put it high enough, like just as an ambience. Now we don't want it to be too much, like to overpower the signal, the clean signal. Time is like 580, which is a dotted 8 notes rhythm. And you can talk a lot about this dotted note, dotted stuff, and it's like sometimes it annoys me, but it's like the repeats as a way, just the repeats of the delay. The feedback, we put like 2 to 3 clear repeats, and then it will disappear, just to not get messy. Trails is like I don't know how to explain it, but the trails like delays continues when you switch the pedal off and on. Like if I play and then I switch to another preset, I can still hear the delay from the previous preset. And then if you switch, like if you're playing and you switch the delay off, the repeats will be finished and then the delay will stop. I don't know how to. I think you understand. I hope, guys. I hope I'm a little bit explaining things for you because. And if you don't get it, just let me know in comments, and I will be happy to explain more to you. For the reverb, we put hall, large space, like a concert hall or something. I mean, he doesn't use a lot of reverb, but the delay he uses acts as a reverb somehow. So we used like like this mix 30. It's like it's a good, but it's like you can hear it, but it will not be washed off, like washing off the clean tone in a way. The decay we did 65, just long trail that like doesn't make the notes choke or like makes more sustain in the tone in general. So and trail is like as the same as I explained. If I switch off the reverb, the trails of the reverb you still hear it, and until it stops, and then it will stop. Let's hear the tone. But if you hear his delay, it's like I don't know how I will tell you. I wish I can plug this in, but maybe later. So for that sound, he lays the heart like. I need to lift the guitar a little bit, and it's not easy. Let me try again. So, like you can hear the. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed it, and sorry if you don't understand, but anyway, if you don't understand what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. Just let me know in the comments and maybe I will explain to you. And there is a lot of videos talking about his delay and what he's using and what gear he uses and how he set his pedal board. So make sure to subscribe and let me know what you think, and please take care. See you.